What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a little Saturday morning live stream. Just hanging out today, relaxing, playing a little bit of Mono Red. Nothing too crazy, but thought I'd test out this deck now that we've got a few new cards for it, and just see how things go. Have played this a little bit, really enjoyed it. And we still have a lot of the fundamental pieces that we've had over the last standard season. All things including things like Anax, Robber of the Rich, of course. We've got Rimrock Knight. Fervent Champion as a huge staple, Bonecrusher Giant, of course, Torbran, which is just amazing, and then of course a couple Embercleave here, and then as well in the land slot we've got Castle Embereth, which is just a super solid play. But we also have a few new toys to play with in this one. So Fireblade Charger, really interesting one drop here. So it has haste if it's equipped, so really that only applies if you've already got a Embercleave on the field, which generally isn't going to be the case. Usually you play this out turn one. But when it dies, you deal its damage equal to its power to anything, which is great. We can nuke a creature, we can slap the opponent for a few points of damage. Really, really nice. We do have Redcap Melee and one of Shocks here, also in the one drop slot. Interesting. I actually find the Redcap Melee to be pretty nice because there are times where you just have to nuke something for a bit more than two. But you do have to sack that land, and that can be a big drawback. We've also got, as a bit of a tech piece, two Embereth Shieldbreakers. This is just a nice little card to have. It's nothing super special, but it does allow us to kind of get rid of some troublesome artifacts as we go through the games. We do have Shatterskull Smashing as a one-of, so this acts obviously as a land sometimes, but also just as a really nice removal spell, and absolutely fantastic for dealing with creatures or planeswalkers, I should say, which is really nice. We do have Relic Robber as a two-of. This card is really interesting to me. I'd like to play with this one a bit more outside of this shell and kind of see if we could do something more with it. But essentially, it's a 2/2 for 3 with haste, which is great. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 Goblin Construct that can't block. And then at the beginning of the upkeep, it deals 1 damage to you, as in the opponent, which is really interesting. I find this card really cool. I'm interested to see how it goes. I haven't had much time to play with this one yet, so I'm interested to see how that ends up going. Slaying Fire as a 2/of here. Deals 3 damage to any target. Great for 3 mana, that's perfectly fine at instant speed, but it does have Adamant, so if we've got, if we cast it for at least 3 red mana, which we will, it actually deals 4 damage instead, which is great. And then that's it. The rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. Again, best of 1 here, so we're not going to be doing sideboards. We'll see how things go. Just interested in trying this one out. Let's see how it goes. All right. We'll probably do about 6 games, as we normally do, and just see how things go. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Scum Shop, welcome. All right. Let's see how game 1 goes. These will, I assume, be fairly quick games, so we may actually get a few extra in, but we'll see. All right. Do we keep? Absolutely. Fantastic start. Absolutely love it. All right, let's go ahead and get this down and move forward. Mono Red's just a nice little ladder climber, so I'm happy to be testing this out a little bit here. Let's get you out, and let's attack in. Nice strong start. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going, which is obviously the goal behind Mono Red, but we will see, we will see. What does this signal for us? Not 100% sure, but we'll find out. Okay. Wow. That was a lot for just that. Let's go ahead and attack in here. The question is, do we go ahead and play this? I'm going to say yes, just because it gets us to Embercleave next turn if we want it. And I think that that's kind of worth it. But we'll see. We will see. All right. So Omnath, I'm assuming, is what we're up against here, which makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do this, and we're going to throw this onto here. That way, if they kill this, it deals a little extra damage. I think that's worth it. Technically, we could have gotten maybe a little more out of it if we had gone with the Shieldbreaker, but that's okay. Oh, I should change. I did not do that. Well, let's edit the stream info really quick. Sure. All right. There we go. Let's hit them. Okay. So we can do this and then suit up, kind of like that. Alternatively, we can just play Torbran. I think I'm going to go for this route to spread things out a little bit here. Oh, and we stole an Omnath. Heck yes. Look at that. Can't complain. Alright. You got it. That is a problem for us, but hopefully we'll be able to manage. We do have Torbran here, which is going to help us pretty significantly. But they gain a lot of life here, obviously. Scavenging ooze. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's throw this out there. Get going. We could have played our own Omnath, honestly, which wouldn't have been bad, but Torbran just forces the issue a bit more. So I'm kind of in for this. Sure. Nice. All right, let's pass. Feel okay about that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your weekend. Also, I wanted to talk about something in this stream. I was going to wait till we had a few more people in, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. I want to talk about collaboration in the Magic community. And unfortunately, I wish I could say this is more of a positive topic, but I have found that collaboration in the Magic community as a whole is a little bit difficult. We've been very fortunate lately. Things like the JDC are kind of a great opportunity for us to be able to do stuff like that. But that's not always the case. It certainly can be very, difficult, to say the least. But all that to say, I really do enjoy working with other people more so than I necessarily thought I would. And so it's kind of nice. I'm liking it, but it certainly is difficult. So I've had the issue of not necessarily getting not the response that you want by any means, but people just aren't being sometimes as helpful as you'd necessarily like them to be, or like they don't want to, work with you on certain things. And I get that, you got to work towards your level, but I do find it increasingly troublesome sometimes when people just think, oh, well, you're a small YouTube channel, we can't work with you. And it's like, okay, but everybody was a small YouTube channel at some point, and you should be able to work with people to help build them up. Sometimes it's not necessarily about you as an individual channel. Sometimes it's about the community as a whole. And I think that lacks a little bit in our community. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I recently, and I won't name drop by any means, but I recently had a fellow YouTuber reach out to us and just ask for collaboration effort. And I immediately responded saying, yeah, like, let me check out your channel. Let's see what we can do together. Because I think that's important. We're here to help build up each other, and build the community, not just divide. And I think, you can't take every opportunity that comes, because then you just have no time. But I do think it's important to take opportunities as they come, regardless of, size or anything like that. I think it's just important, for the betterment of the community as a whole. So that's just kind of my 2 cents, but that was just something I was kind of ranting on earlier that I think is important to think about. All right, this is a great start. We hit a land. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting. Let's Relic Robber then. Really not doing much on their side. What is this? Oh, okay. Is this like Scoot Swarm? Well, that's gonna be annoying if it is. All right. Interesting. Okay. So we can just kind of shoot them, right? That works. So they deal damage to themselves this turn. That was like the quickest win. The opponent did literally nothing. Don't really know what that was about, but hey, 2 wins so far. That's pretty good. And Mono Red is proving to still be a great ladder climber. No surprises there, of course, but that's fine. Let's see, we are 13, 14 minutes in. Nice. All right, let's jump into another game. Want to mention to everybody also, we do have our Zendikar Rising giveaway still going on. If anybody's interested in entering that giveaway, you certainly still can. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment on any video with hashtag Zendikar, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Pretty straightforward. Try to make it easy for you guys, and we'll be giving away a bundle on Monday. So you've only got a couple days left. Now is the time, for sure. So certainly wish you all the best of luck. Also, I think, and I mentioned it yesterday in yesterday's live stream, I think we're going to push to do a bit more live streaming over the next few weeks and things like that. We've got some goals in mind that we want to try and reach, and so I think now is a great time for that, and I think just some restructuring needed to happen. So you'll see us streaming a bit more, so if you want to go ahead, follow the Twitch, we'd certainly appreciate it, but please don't feel like you have to, of course. Looks like we're just against Mono Red, which is interesting. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm actually going to do this. And then we can just take away both of these. This is not a deck where we want to leave creatures on the field, honestly. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play Anax. This is just a really nice card against decks like this because you immediately get some value off of it. Sure. And that just degrades. That feels terrible, I'm sure, for the opponent. Oof, rough. I think we just attack in here. And we'll wait. We'll see what they want to do. If we've got Bonecrusher Giant to be able to deal with something if we need to. But I love this extra value we get from these Fireblade Chargers. That is just so clean. And I really, really enjoy that. That's awesome. I'm happy to get rid of that. It's fine by me. Yeah, we take 2, but we're dealing a lot more on the back end here, so that's fine. And again, I think we'll leave up the same play. We could throw this Bonecrusher out and just, you know, make sure that we're increasing momentum here. I don't know that I love that play. I kind of like holding it up, just in case they've got some kind of, you know, low ground creature that we want to deal with or something like that, because I think the name of the game at this point is just to continue pushing forward. This could very easily be like a Luca deck or something like that, which is a very interesting deck, but I don't necessarily think a very good one. Let's do this. I'm happy to kill that here. There we go. Get rid of that. Wow, we are drawing a lot of Anaxes. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think we can leave them with tokens here. I think that's a problem area for us. Sure. Do they have like a Rimrock Knight? Yep, there it is. That's honestly fine. We get our little token in response, and we've just got 2 more Anaxes in the hand. Looks like we had some skipped frames. I apologize, guys. Hopefully it's not terrible. Oh, Castle Embereth. That's not bad. Let's do this. I'm kind of happy to just swing in and let things happen. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing an Embercleave is coming down. Otherwise they would have blocked, I think. That seems a little... Oh. Okay. They just killed themselves. That works. Well, there we go. We ranked up. Plat 3. I like that. That was 3 games. We're 3 for 3 at the moment, so that feels pretty good. Let's jump into game 4. I'm liking this Mono Red list. I'm not gonna lie. It's vastly similar to the original, previous Mono Red list, but it does have a few more, tech pieces that I'm really, really liking. Some of the new creatures, like Relic Robber is sweet. The Charger is really sweet too, so I'm happy with it. I'm liking it. Still maintain if you're in the best of 1 ladder. Probably not best of 3, but in best of 1, this is just a great place to be, obviously. Do we keep? Do we keep? Do we keep? I'm going to try it. I don't like this. This is a bit of a slow hand, but we'll give it a shot here. Glad they didn't play anything turn 1. I was a little worried about that. All right. Ooh, yep. Gonna need to kill that. Sure. Resolve all, that's fine. Okay. Makes me really want to keep this Shieldbreaker in hand as best we can. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Innkeeper. I'd rather do it when they don't have, any mana to play anything. That's just a very tricky card that I don't think we could outpace just given the card advantage they get from it. Ooh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So let's destroy target artifact. Easy peasy. And then we'll just throw out the Shieldbreaker here. And I'm all too happy to trade this off if need be. It's not an amazing trade, we may not, but it's just an area where, wow, interesting, very interesting. Discard you and you. Maybe that's incorrect, I don't know, but no, worked out as it turns out. Let's do this. That is not a standard viable card, the one that they played, by the way. Reaper of Night, I don't believe. Sure. That's fine. I am playing a bit aggressively here, and I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but we've managed to deal with 2 of their engine pieces, which is huge for this deck. Ooh, rude. Okay. Very interesting. I don't find Reaper of Night to be all that great, to be honest, but hey, they got it. Let's do this. And here is a really great place where like Redcap Melee is perfectly fine. If we lose a land here, it's not the end of the world. Most of our deck is 3 or less, apart from Torbran and a few other things. But I think this is a really nice place to be, depending on what they do here. Okay. Sure. They can spend all day answering our stuff though, and that's about it. Don't care about that. And I'm not going to melee that for obvious reasons. There's just no point. They can just block it, and that's fine. Sure. All right. I mean, eventually we'll need to worry about these Reapers just given that they're big, but we do have Embercleave in hand. The Redcap Melee doesn't quite deal with them, so that's going to be a bit tricky, but I think they're struggling to find a couple lands here. I shouldn't auto pass, I suppose. All right. Kind of worked out. Now that's very good. Now we'll see if they have anything in response here, but I'm going to go ahead and do this just to get it down. That's the one good thing about Embercleave. They can destroy this all they want, but we can still keep the Embercleave. So I'm happy about that. We've had a few network issues throughout this stream, by the way, guys. I do apologize. Hopefully it's not terrible for you. That's bad. Because we don't have the mana left up to deal with it, that's pretty bad. But we'll see if we can manage. Oh, well. That's helpful. Let's do that. Get rid of that stupid little thing and go for this. All right. They just have threat management under control, that's for sure. So we just have to hope something sticks. Thankfully, Embercleave is already out, so once something does stick, something's going to die. But that's definitely a problem. They've got a little lifelink here as well, which is kind of annoying. But that isn't going to kill us necessarily anytime soon. Certainly could, but sure. All right, we pass. Unfortunately, lacking some threats here. So one thing I don't like about this, we're missing, obviously, we don't have light up the stage anymore, so that's kind of a problem. But overall, you know, we're doing all right. Sure. Let's go ahead and pinch that out. That's just a card we don't want laying around for too long. We can deal with this easily. That's a little bit frustrating to deal with. Sure. Well, that's a good threat. Given that it has first strike, this is great. Well, double strike, I should say. All right. Just have to hope it sticks. And kind of hope they don't hit a land. Oh, well. Yep. I think they're going to beat us, but we'll see. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Too many land. Don't love this, but I think it's just what we need to do. I think we're going to end up losing this. They've just outvalued us here. And we're drawing quite a bit of land, surprisingly. So, it is what it is. There was a world where we just hold back, but the fact is they could have just killed us, or killed the creature with Garrick anyway. So I don't think it's worth it just to do that. I think you kind of have to force the issue. And at least take a couple creatures to slow them down. Again, not great, but it is what it is. So they now can play a Reaper. Sure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep drawing land here. No reason to keep that moving. Alright, that was game 4, so we're 3-1 now. Let's jump into our 5th game. Still really liking the deck. You know, you're never going to win them all, and that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Been live for 25, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Yeah. Hey, we leveled up. Let's open a pack. See what we got. Man, the client is just going terribly, terribly slow today. All right. Nice. Morog. Like that. All right. Let's move into game 5. And see how we do. Yes, this is a fantastic hand. Look at this. This is about as good as you could expect from an opener on Mono Red. Nice 1, 2, 3. Both the 1 and 2s having haste is prime time. Let's get it going. Get to pull a card. It's not a bad card. Kind of don't want to play it though, in a weird way, because if it dies, then they get it back. Obviously, we're going to be against some life linkers here, so we're going to need to manage this pretty cleanly. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm just gonna, let's see what we pull here. Wow. Alright, let's throw this out there. Thankfully, these kind of machine gun down a lot of their stuff, but if we draw a land, we actually get to steal that. I think we just attack with everything here. They'll block something, and that's fine. Okay. All right. I think we do play it here and leave up Bonecrusher. I think that that's correct. Again, we kind of don't want that to die. Ooh, mean. All right. Yeah. You got it. Well done, opponent. That was sweet. Let's go ahead and shoot them. Normally wouldn't do that, but given that we've got this in hand, I think it's a little bit cleaner to do that. And then hopefully we can deal some damage here. It's actually not great for us, is it? So they get to pull one of these back. Yeah, I think we'd attack here, though. Oh, we should have played Anax first. That was a mistake. That's okay. Definitely a mistake there, but they do get to pull back the Archfiend, which is very good. So here's my question. Is bad. Enter from your graveyard. So if we shoot this, I just want to see what happens. Let's try this. Do they get to keep? No. Okay, well, that's good to know. We learned today. That's a nice little interaction. Throw this out there and hope for the best. That's all we can do. Ooh, mean. Okay. So they've done 2 shatters here. Did you get to Embercleave up this little 1/1? All right, we did it. We dealt 4 with a 1/1. Wow, they are just sweeper heavy, aren't they? I am gonna keep playing the lands because these Castle Embereths do add up, and especially if we can get like a haster here or something, we can start pushing through some major damage. Whoops, there we go. Chances are we're not going to win this. Yep. Not sandbagging, not worth it. Not in this instance. That is okay. Sure. Yep. Oops, resolve all. Alright, I'm gonna... Man, we have been very unfortunate with the lands. But that's okay. Alright, let's... last game, technically, if we want it to be. This is game 6. We're technically 3-2, so hoping to keep it at 4-2. But we'll see. Again, still loving the deck. I think it's great. I love that. I'm glad that we tested that interaction between the little 1/1 that creates a demon. I I didn't really think about it, but as we were doing it, I was like, yeah, if we kill it in response, they can't exile it because it's not there to exile, and it works. So that's good to know. Wish I didn't have to, you know, slaying it. I think it would have been better to shock it, but that's okay. Oh, what an interesting hand. Let's try it. This is something you should not keep, 100%. But we're doing it. But the way we're drawing lands, we never... Well, we have to get a land on top. We can totally do it. There we go. Let's hope we can do it. No, bad start. Alright, well, we do have double Fervent Champion, which is pretty good. Also, Rimrock Knight being in hand is pretty nice. But we are starting off on the back foot here, so let's see if we can make it happen. Oh no. Alright. Let's attack. Well, Rimrock Knight won. It's the best we can do. They may have a counter or a bounce. Yeah, that's fine. Rogue's deck. Considering we have one land and they're already down 8, that's not terrible. But we are definitely in trouble here. That helps. Let's go ahead and do this. They may counter. Good news is the Brazen Borrower doesn't block these, so... Alright, let's attack. They let the trigger happen, so... That's fine. Can't block it. There is no way in the world we should win this game. Yep, that's fine. Alright. So we can go for Relic Robber. We could Bonecrusher on the Brazen Borrower. Don't think we need to do that yet. I'm going to try for this. I'm assuming we get countered here. Like, we have to, right? Yeah, there we go. Nice rewind action. Rewind is sweet. It's not a card you like normally would expect to see because it's 4-mana counter. But the fact that it untaps the lands is pretty nice. Oh. What in the world is this deck? Rogues Mill, I mean, with the crab. Hey, what's up, Don? Welcome, my friend. Greetings from Austria. You're all the way in Austria? My goodness. Thanks for the follow, by the way. It looks like you did a little while back. Certainly appreciate it. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's do this first. There we go. Well, how you doing, Don? Welcome, my friend. We're on our technically last game. We may extend this out a little bit. We're on game 6. Feeling okay with it. We've gotten 3 wins, 2 losses. Feeling okay about this game. Hopefully we can make it work. We're a little short on land, as you can see. Sure. Very strong card. Ooh, well, that's super helpful. I think we go for it just because it means that. Yeah, I think we definitely go for it. Okay, sure. Let's burn it. They can only block one of these because the Brazen Borrower can't, so I feel pretty good about that. Don, what are your plans, my friend? I don't know your time zone, technically. Are you on the weekend already? We are. I mean, it's Saturday for me. But welcome. Really glad that you came to hang out with us. Oh. Well. I mean, we've got multiple ways to do this. Weeboat Cactus, what is up, my friend? Yeah, dude, we're just, we're chilling this morning with some Mono Red. Enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. we're doing all right with it. We're 4-2. What do you guys think? You guys just started hanging out with us, so we gotta at least play one more game. We gotta at least play one more. Let's see if we can get a couple more wins. Maybe rank up one more time. All right. Also, just a heads up, Cactus, I know you're an avid follower. Dawn, I believe you might be. I'm not 100% sure, but in the Discord, we will be having we're getting a collector's box today. So I am super excited. That's going to be up on the channel at some point soon. Do we keep? Sure. Let's try it. Currently shopping and brewing Golgari Jank. Dude, that's awesome. Golgari is sweet. What are the centerpieces of your deck list right now? I would love to know. Have you tried new Nissa yet? Just out of curiosity. I've really enjoyed new Nissa. Played her in one list and it worked out pretty well. How much you want to bet they have something to kill this? Or bounce it. Made a Torbran commander deck and accidentally made a tier 2 CEDH deck. Whoops. Cactus. How dare you, man. That's awesome. You accidentally made a tier 2 CEDH deck. That's great. We are going to want to deal with this Vandal here. Let's attack and see what happens. Yeah, dude, Nissa is great. You can do some awesome stuff with Nissa. I really don't want to sack a land here, so we may have to Rimrock Knight and lose the Robber, but I'd rather do that than I think lose the land. Oh, well, in that case, let's see what happens. Okay. We'll just play this out. Okay. Pretty good. That's a very good little interaction as well. Slitherwisp is a freaking annoying card to play against. It's very good. Really annoying. But that's fine. Nice. Very good. That makes Redcap Melee just that much better, though. Kind of surprised they're attacking here with both. I guess it makes sense. They're on like a front foot here a little bit. So do we just want to Slaying Fire? I mean, we get to attack first. So I think we'll do that. But these are definitely threats we need to deal with. So I'm okay with this. Alright, let's attack. Get this damage in. Question is, which do we want to kill? I think it's the octopus. Oh, very nice. What an odd card to have in this list. Okay, you got it. Hey, you earned it at that point. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected a Starlit Mantle. Oh, no links allowed. Yeah, sorry, Don. We generally don't allow links just in case. I'm also fairly new to streaming, so this is a brand new kind of experience for me. Whoops. There we go. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with us, though. It's great to hear from a few familiar faces, and hopefully you're enjoying the decks here. So we do have a problem here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not enough. We can Redcap Melee this, but that doesn't matter. So I think we're just dead. Like, I don't think there's a way around it. We could deal up to 8, so we get them down to 2, but that's really not enough. I'm going to go ahead and concede here. That's all right. let's have another game. We're gonna go for probably about an hour then. We'll get close to it at least. Let's see. Don, tell me about that deck though. I want to hear about it. I know we can't get the link for it, but let's talk about it. What is the deck that went unbeaten at FNM? That's pretty sweet. That's an accomplishment for sure. So congratulations to you. That's great. Immediate keep. When you see 2 lands and 2 Fervent Champions, you know you're gonna keep it. There's no way in the world you can't. See what we're up against here. All right, let's do this. Let's get in there for some damage. Gilded Goose. Okay. Little do they know. It's kind of nice when you've got 2 Fervent Champions. In this instance, I'm just going to Charger. Go ahead and get that down. And then we've got Rimrock Knight plus Charger, which is a nice little mini combo of sorts here. Oh, we can also just straight kill this, which might not be a bad idea. Do we want to do that? Yeah, I think we do. It's nice because this trades up. Always. That's just so convenient. Sure. You get another Gilded Goose, that's fine. Not very good if I'm honest. Well, we attack. We are short on land here, which doesn't feel good, but I think we leave up Bonecrusher and just see what happens. No sense in killing a goose now because it really doesn't matter. They've only got one thing to utilize with it, so I'm not going to do that. Interesting. Okay, sure. Get a goose out now. Okay. Bonecrusher. I'm gonna do this. Don't 100% love this, but this just means we can keep poking through, and then Rimrock Knight plus Fervent Champion does get rid of Bonecrusher if need be. So we'll try and figure that one out. We really need a land. We've just got so many 3-drops kind of clogged up in our hand here. Anax would be great to just drop down. All right. Let's attack in. Obviously not going to block. That makes sense. So the question is, do we go for Rimrock? Timuret Calls the Dead. Archfiend's Vessel. Basically a bit self-mill, reanimation, and fast rebuilding. Don, that is awesome. I love those decks. There's a lot of those running around right now, and they're very good. Without a doubt. So, fantastic. This is so stupid, but we're going to do this. Shouldn't do that, but we're going to. I am going to play this out as a land. We could have technically done some other stuff, but I think that's fine. Now we just have all the options next turn. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Very good. Yeah, dude, you got it. Land is very helpful. So we can't necessarily do that. Couple options here. We can kind of double up here and do these two and then just wait and see what happens. I actually kind of like that play. It doesn't seem great, but these I'm happier to lose than anything else. And they also mean Anax, when it does come down, is just going to be massive. So we'll give it a shot here. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do this? Kind of want to do that. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Probably should have seen that one coming, but that's okay. You got it. Whew, that was a turn. Well, we definitely played the Shieldbreaker too early. Oh, well. Just kidding. I mean, we still did, but... we just die here, though. They have too many things for us to block, so... Well done on their end. Oh, we're losing it a little bit, guys. We're not doing as well. Just wanted to build a fun zombie deck, not going for really competitive. Well, apparently it was pretty competitive. That's awesome, Dom. Well, we've got company over, so I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, but I am going to cut this a little bit